I do not know how to work this thing. We just got it. I'm not really sure what's going on today. I was just told to start driving this tractor randomly down the road with the random combine sitting over there in the field. Hey Dad, what are we doing out here with this random grain cart, random combine, and random tractor? Okay, I got it. We're racing. We're gonna race. That's what we're gonna do. We are gonna race. We're racing. We are racing. Wait, why does he run over the corn? I can't figure that out. Why does he run over the corn? Oh well, whatever. Fine. Anyways, I guess I'll just go ahead and tell you guys what we're doing. Since Dad won't tell you, I won't tell you. We'll just go ahead and tell you. We may or may not be picking corn. Might be, might not be. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna pick some corn today. It is really wet still, but we do have a contract that we gotta fill by the end of next week, so we gotta get it harvested. We'll run it through the dryer, and then we'll probably end up waiting once we get that contract filled, which granted, that contract's only gonna take us maybe a day and a half to fill if we get going and we can really push and really run hard. It's not a big contract, and thankfully they want the corn at 20% moisture. I guess that they're running low on corn. It's at the ethanol plant, so I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's always a waiting game. This corn around here, as you can see, it's still green, but usually whenever we harvest corn like this, usually it's down to like 20%. Now, for some odd reason, we can't figure out why, but we think that we're running around 32. That's what we was running yesterday. So hopefully it's dried out a little bit between yesterday and today, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, you can tell just by how it's coming out of that spout and how it's flowing into the grain cart that it is wet, and by how slow he's going. I mean, he's only going about 2.8. And it's not dry, that is for sure. Now, I don't like harvesting corn this wet. This is the first time in my experiences that we've ever harvested corn this wet, but like I said, we got a contract to fill, we're out of grain, we have a dryer, and it's gonna cost us about the same to dry it from, if it was at 22 to 25, down to 15 or 16 and it's gonna cost us the same as what it will to go from 30, 32 to 20. So really, we're not gonna lose much. We have to start this early anyways. We have to start getting some corn picked, pulling some corn in, because otherwise if we don't, we will not be able to finish this year. So we got to get going. And I know that I said that there's gonna be a surprise at the beginning of harvest, but you gotta realize this is the first day, okay? We are not really started yet, so give me another couple of videos, probably one more video, and we'll get you guys a pretty neat surprise. I think you guys will like it. I know that Dad's excited for it as well as I am, but I'll just give you guys a hint. I'll be riding the combine this year, all year. Just a small hint. So, and then on top of everything I just said, we will have another surprise as well. So yeah, just stay tuned. But we will have like probably 2 more surprises, maybe 3, that I'm very excited for. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it as a surprise though. I mean, you gotta keep the element of surprise. It's the only thing you can do. So Yeah, this, like I said though, this corn's pretty wet. We do not like harvesting corn that's this wet, but kind of have to. We don't really have much of another option, so oh well, I guess. Will I make Dad get his first cap corn of the season already? And now it's raining again. So I'm looking over the top of the field here. It looks to me as though I get to be the first one to load one of the new hopper bottoms. I wonder if somebody's sitting in it, because I did leave a tarp over it. I don't know. So we are going to climb up in here. And no, this will not win no drought contest, if you guys was wondering. Ah, it feels better than what it did yesterday. I'm gonna guess 28, 27, 28. Maybe during that. Maybe yesterday was just a bad sample. That's what I can guess.
So Alex, what are we doing?
Not picking corn. That's illegal. Picking corn's illegal.
Well, he better get on it.
That'll be fine.
We're going like, he's going like 2.5. I was probably going like 3.
Yeah, more like 3.
So, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Well, boys and girls, the first field is officially done. Well, now it's done. Nice and cleaned up. Corn will be ready to haul to GPC in Washington tomorrow, hopefully. So, yeah. He's a little tight. Yeah, no kidding. I think his sensor's a little bit loose there.
Okay, I don't know if you can just do that. Let me see it.
It's just got that plug on top.
Yeah, you just unhook it.
Basically, there was just take a little wiggle right there. Yeah, I mean, just. Don't you want to take this one off too, Dad?
Yes.
It looks brand new. Looks brand new, huh?
Yeah.
So we now got that done. Dad's 2 sensors are a little bit wobbly, so we are now going to go home or back to the farm so I can unload the rest of this grain cart. It's right down the road from here, so it's not. We don't like road and full grain carts because it is extremely hard on them. So we're just going to come down here and hopefully they got a truck pulled out there somewhere and I can unload real quick and be done for the day. But Augie just mowed around the field, got it all cleaned up and looking pretty again, because you know that's how we like to do it, except for whenever it doesn't always look pretty. So oh well, part of it. First day is done.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hey Dad,
What's the last movie?
I think we've done a good job at stirring up the neighbors this year. One of our neighbors across the highway just started yesterday too.
Son.
Fast and Furious are not stupid.
Not my intention. Not my intention.
They're wonderful.
It was not in any of our intentions. Okay, so I do not know how to work this thing. We just got it, and I'm sitting in the lot. Is that how you do it? Oh, it is. All right, so that means we can go this way. They do have a nice peak right there, though. Thing's nice. All right, we're gonna get on the road real quick. So yeah, guys, you heard it here first. We just went and bought a new semi. This thing is a 2015 Freightliner day cab. It's only got 640,000 miles on it as far as like the drivetrain goes. It's got a new transmission and a new motor and transmission's only got like, I think it's only got like 400,000, or it's only got like 200,000 or 300,000 miles on it. So that's actually really good for a truck. If you guys know much about these semis, they usually put about 100,000 miles a year on them whenever they're in the trucking industry. So basically this is an old trucking industry truck, but this thing is nice. The air conditioner works in it. I haven't tried out the radio yet because I literally just got in it and started driving, but it is a nice truck. And yeah, we are going to take her home and get her hooked onto one of them nice new hopper bottoms, because that's what she deserves to be on, if you ask me. This is a step up for us, so that's for sure. This is our newest truck on the farm. Like I said, we literally just bought it, just walked off the lot with it. So yeah, you guys seen it. You guys seen it first. But once we get back, I might do a quick little drone video over it, and then we'll get to picking some corn maybe. Does anybody else ever just get that like slight heart attack whenever they are sitting over the top of a river? I've never had to stop on a bridge and dead stop traffic, especially anywhere near Vincennes. Oh well. Yeah, we're only about 5 to 6 miles away from the farm, so we're not that far out, but this traffic might take a while from the looks of it. I hope it doesn't. So anyways, since we're stopped here, or actually, you know what, once we get back towards home, I'll tell you guys more about it. Yeah. My question is, whenever I pull into the farm, how many of them are gonna run outside to figure out what's going on? Because as far as I know, I think there's only like 3 or 4 of us that know that we're getting a new truck. So yeah, there's that. We're on our way down now to the field. Dad's already about down there, I'd say. I got the 2T Super Hopper and the 99 Volvo. We're heading down there. I get to run the cart today, so yay! Let's go have some fun. See if we can't break anything today. Ready to get going, Dad?
Ready to get going, son.
Are you excited? Get to pick some more corn?
I guess.
We just got down here. It rained a couple tenths down here last night, so we gotta have all the trucks turn around past this cemetery right here. Just a little bit up the road, and yeah, let's go pick corn and get muddy, because we got a contract to fill still. So this field, as you can tell, is a lot drier on this side of it, but once you get over there to that side, it's a lot wetter. So this side over here was planted before that other side over there, and plus this is more like a 115 or 114 day corn. That one over there is a 118. So yeah, we got 2 different varieties out, or 4 different varieties out here, as well as 2 different planting dates and 2 different maturity dates. So it'll be interesting to see, excuse me, it'll be interesting to see like what the yield difference is in these two parts, but it's hard telling. Now the problem with this field is it's so big that we won't be able to make it all the way to that end without him having to dump on me, or usually we don't. Yeah, he isn't going to be able to make it because we're only at the pivot. We're halfway across the field. I guarantee you he's at least 3/4 of the way, almost 3/4 of the way full. So yeah, we're gonna keep going, but we're leaving the auger out here, as you can tell. The auger stays out because the corn is wet and you can hardly get this wet corn out of the auger. So we've just been leaving it open. It's a lot easier, and plus it's a lot easier on the cart itself. So yeah. So at times like this and these fields that are big like this is when it'd be nice to have tracks, because if, I don't know if you can really see it or not, you can kind of see it on that side a little better than you can on the other side, but you can see the big floater tires on there just squishing that ground and just moving it out. That is when it would be so nice to have a set of tracks on these grain carts. But I'll give $100 to anyone who can convince my dad to get tracks on a grain cart, because that'd be great. But yeah, these suckers are heavy when you load them down, and this is not even the biggest grain cart. They make them double this size now, but just a lot of weight. And I mean, you can see already right there, look at that. That's where I'm going to be loading at. I can guarantee it there's going to be a big rut there by the time I'm done. So let's just keep chugging along though. That's what I've been instructed to do. Picking away. So they are bringing down trucks. They are not going to bring down the new one yet. The new one has to have some work done to it before we can bring it down. The hitch on it has blocks in it for, like, if you was wanting to use a straight bed dump truck, so, or dump trailer. So we had to cut out the blocks, and I think they got them cut out now, but we're just gonna wait a little bit. Dad's moving his auger around. I'm trying to look in that mirror. As you can see in that mirror, I can see the auger where we're loading at. You guys want to know why we have a 9470 on a 1100 bushel grain cart? We are about 3/4 of the way loaded. Probably got about 1,000 bushel on here in a 1300 bushel cart, and it's taking everything this thing's got to get up past. Oh, come on, focus. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we're running 1970 RPMs at 15.5 mile an hour, and then once we come up here to this next hill, it'll drop. So there's a little slope right there. Watch. You can probably see it drop here in a minute. Yeah, see, like I said, 1850 at 14 mile an hour. These things, they say that they can pull, but I don't know, man. It's a lot of weight. So we have already picked 3.5 truckloads. I think our goal today is to get 10, which is not that bad. So we'll probably end up filling up 10, and then after that we'll call it good for today. That should be all for the contract, I think, and then we're gonna switch to white corn, because the white corn's a little bit drier than the yellow corn is right now, I think, or we think. We don't really know, but that's what we think. This corn is about 25, 28, so that's not that bad. That's about hammer time for us anyways, but we'll probably wait over the weekend, let the sun kind of dry some things out. We're supposed to have a nice couple of sunny days here, and that'll really help to dry this corn down. This stuff that we're picking now could possibly get down to 22, 23, maybe even drier than that. But only time will tell. I'm not gonna make any exact predictions yet, but I do know for sure we will pick more corn next week and hopefully be running all week again. So another thing that I do want to point out is, so whenever we're out here harvesting, let's say this is 200 bushel corn. When you're running 200 bushel corn, yeah, you're making money, but at the same time, you're gonna have to put more money back into it to get it back to where it was. So we're running DAP and potash this year, and how the DAP and potash ties into this conversation is because DAP and potash are being removed currently from the soil as we are taking it out. That is P and K. So your P and K, you're removing that. That is in that grain cart right now. There's P and K in there. So it's per bushel rate. It's like 0.48 for P, and then, no, it's 0.48 for K, and then 0.28 for P. So we are removing that much from the field. That's pound, or yeah, that's pound. Now that's not just pound of DAP, pound of potash. I mean, there's a whole entire list of calculations you gotta go through to get to it. But yeah, that's something that I've been learning in school actually, and it's really interesting to me, and I actually understand it. And as me and Dad was talking about it the other day, Dad was like, how's it feel to now know that you're not the stupidest person in the class anymore? It's like, yeah, that's great, because there's a couple of girls, or there's a couple of people that's going for the same thing that I am, and they like don't have a farming background or anything like that, so it's a little bit harder for them to understand what P and K is, DAP, potash, nitrogen, all that stuff. But for some reason I get it. So yeah. So So another thing that comes into play whenever you're considering this, so you have that removal rate for one, but then on top of that you also have your nitrogen rate. So your nitrogen rate is what you put in the fall or in the spring, because you are expecting that to, or what you're at the rate that you are expecting your corn to make. So let's say that we're trying to make 200 bushel corn. You're going to take and you're going to apply 200 times 1.1, which is your needed rate for nitrogen. So your needed rate for nitrogen is 1.1. You apply that in your equation. Then you take that, you divide that by, if you're using anhydrous, you're going to divide that by 0.83, or you're going to multiply that by 0.83, and then that will give you your ton or your pound of nitrogen that you're going to need per acre. Most of the time we put on about 250. That is equivalent to about 215 to 220 bushel corn. Now granted, if we took and split that up and spoon fed the corn crop, we could possibly get a better yield out of it because you're not using it all at once. I'm sure that you guys are tired of me rambling now, that's for sure. Man, it's nice having these Midland radios. Slow down, okay. I'm getting too carried away here. We are filling the cart because we do not have a semi. So I think we are about full. I don't know. I'm gonna run up there though, halfway up, and throw my drone up and fly my drone around a little bit and play around. Well, the wind's moving in. Well, I can definitely tell you this. This corn's a lot drier than what we thought. That ain't good. Huh. We did, however, get word from the farm that this corn is at 26. So therefore we aren't trying to dry 30% corn anymore, which is a good thing. But I need to get down here to Dad. So let's go ahead and gear up and head on down. Go say hi to Papa. Woo. So I just loaded down the new truck. I would have some video of it, but my GoPro decided it didn't want to work at that moment in time. So yeah, now you guys just gotta listen to me talk about it. Anyways, yeah, I just loaded it down. They're getting ready to take it back to the farm so they can dump it, and then we'll go home. Or well, got one more truck to load today, and then we'll be done for the day. So yeah, not too bad of a way to end off the day before Memorial Weekend. Happy Memorial Weekend, guys. Everybody be careful, safe, and don't do nothing I wouldn't do. I know that sets the bar pretty low, but still, don't do nothing I wouldn't do. So me and Augie just got back, and I now know why we always have to put brakes on trucks. You want to tell me why, Augie? Probably because we cannot whip it in the shop very well. And people like that kid like to go flying there, go flying in. Yeah. We got any drinks out here yet? Oh, no, we don't. But
Look in the mini fridge.
oh, well, the mini fridge is on the floor now.
Oh.
Ooh, that's good.
Better.
It's getting better. Any dry corn? No, we don't have any dry corn in here. Okay. All right, Augie. Take me to take me home.
No, you can drive yourself.
Take me home.
Oh.